Hello, welcome to another edition of Ask the Chiropractor. This is where we get asked a question during the week, or somebody emails us a question here in the office and they're looking for an answer. So we do once a week, we do Ask the Chiropractor. It's always been a pet peeve of mine when you watch a news special about chiropractic, and at the end of the chiropractic special, they ask you to check with your family doctor first. When you think about a dental problem, you don't think about your family doctor, you think about a dentist. When you have a podiatry question, you don't ask a family doctor, you ask a podiatrist. So I wanted to have a place where you could actually ask chiropractors questions about chiropractic care that you might have before you go to the chiropractor. So today's question is really simple. Can I get adjusted too often? Can I go into the chiropractor and have them adjust my spine too regularly, too often? Someone's been having a bad time. They've been coming in a lot, and I get asked that question quite a bit over the years. So let's talk about that. Can I get adjusted too often? Well, when you go to the chiropractor, one of the first things we do is we lay you down and we do a chiropractic exam on you. We look at your posture. We look at your feet length. We look at your shoulder heights. We look at your head tilt and stuff like that. And these are all factors that tell us whether or not you need to be adjusted. So if you were to come in and lay down and your feet are totally straight, your shoulders are laying flat, there's no head tilt going on, and we run a scan or a couple checks, and you're totally clear, then we would not adjust you today. We would tell you held your adjustments. So can you get adjusted too often? The answer is we have tools to determine that. We have aids to look at you and see whether or not you get adjusted. Now, the bottom line is if my C1 normally gets adjusted up here, what they call the atlas, and today the chiropractor wants to give me adjustment and he goes to feel it and everything up there is moving, nothing's stuck or fixated, then I don't need to be adjusted. And therefore, you can't adjust me. Even if you were to attempt the adjustment, there would be nothing out of place to adjust. So it's your chiropractor that determines whether or not today is a good day for adjustments. Often when I have a new patient, they often want to keep coming back in for maintenance or regular care, or preventative care, whatever you want to call it. And it's the chiropractor's job to determine the frequency of that care. I'll often look at the patient and say, you know what, you came in today, your hips are not really misaligned like they are when you're bad, your neck's turning really good. I think we could probably spread out your visits a little longer. Or we spread out the visits a little bit longer and they came in today and they're a mess. And I might say, have you had more chemical, physical, or emotional stress lately? Those are the three factors that make you come in more regularly: chemical, physical, and emotional stress. So if a patient's experiencing extra of that, we might tell them you need to come in sooner. And that's kind of the things that we ask you about and talk to you about. I often tease you that I don't need to know the details. I just need to know if you've had more chemical, physical, or emotional stress. I used to have a patient of mine. She was in the mental health field, and I would see her once a month. But during this time between Thanksgiving and Christmas, we would see each other much more regularly because her work stress went up quite a bit during this time. That's something between you and your chiropractor again. So yeah, we look at you, we determine care plans for you, maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, might be every 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. It really depends on the individual and what they're going through chemically, physically, and emotionally. But can I get adjusted too often? If I go to the chiropractor every day, will they find something I need to adjust? Well, there'll probably be a little something here and there, more like fine tuning than it's urgent you get in right away. So can you get adjusted too much? No, because it just won't exist if I go to adjust you. Can I go too long? Oh yeah, you can definitely go too long. We've had people we don't see for 6 months or 9 months that come in because life got in the way. They've been out for a while. They come back in and their spine needs a couple extra adjustments to get them back up to speed. That's a real thing. But can I get adjusted too often? I don't see it happening because if my hip is not fixated, there's no subluxation there, and I go in, there's no way I can get that adjusted because it's just not out that day. And that's up to a skilled chiropractor to be able to determine that. It's okay to ask your chiropractor, hey, what do you look at when I come in? What are you checking to see that I need care today? Those are great conversations to have with your chiropractor. Or when I'm laying down, what do you see about me? So if you're going to a chiropractor and you're not sure how they determine whether or not you need care, just go ahead and ask the chiropractor. That's a really easy question for us to answer and educate you on what we're seeing and what we're looking for. So that's today's edition of Ask the Chiropractor. I hope that all made sense. I hope that kind of answers that question. Can I get adjusted too often? And how do I know when I need to be adjusted? How does a chiropractor know when I need to be adjusted? What does he look for? So go ahead and ask those questions to your chiropractor. This week here in Rockford, Illinois, it's Thanksgiving week. So those of you who have any Thanksgiving, hope you have a great, great Thanksgiving. Enjoy your friends and family. We'll be around this week if you need anything from us. Other than that, stay healthy, stay safe. And if you have a question that you'd like us to answer, if you actually want to get a question about chiropractic, you'd like that answered by a chiropractor, send us a message, leave a comment below, send us an email at Rockford, DC. You see it's going across the bottom, rockforddc.com. Send us an email there, contact us on that page, give us a call at the clinic. You'll see all the information here that you can get a hold of us. And maybe next time when I do this, you'll be asked, your question will be on Ask the Chiropractor. Stay healthy, stay safe. Again, if you have any questions or anything like that about chiropractic, don't hesitate to reach out. Have fun.